Welcome to Extra Time. We spent quite a few hours today, together, boys.
Hours and hours together.
Which we learned that Paul had been singing the wrong lyrics to a song for all his life.
Correct. So
that's a long time.
Studio is the correct version.
Right.
He's been going with Studio.
Correct.
Well, incorrect.
Hey, and by the way, what did Mr. Thomas sing when he came into the...
I was thinking Studio. I was going all the way.
Exactly.
Yes.
Mr. Philip Collins.
Let the Venezuelan guy, non-English speaker, correct both of you guys.
Phil Collins, though. Ugh. As a guy who has seen many...
He still speaks English.
And he's English.
And he's English.
You can't like Phil Collins, do you, Paul?
No. I don't mind him, but he's not like, I wouldn't work this.
What's wrong with Phil Collins?
Oh.
I'm more of a Peter Gabriel man, to be honest.
Right.
Oh, why are we going back?
As a guy who has seen many bad pitches, Ali, was the Newport County pitch that bad?
It was. I mean, what's that bad? It was bad. And
it was perfectly fine.
Now, and if you consider Manchester City in the chances of winning FA Cup, I think they're more likely to lose against a team from a lower division when they have to play in those sort of conditions.
On a potato field.
Correct. Yes. It was cow pasture. And so I think, to be honest, that there should be, and I know this is never going to happen, but there should be a minimum standard as to what the field should look like.
Right.
But then again, this is what people hang on to and say, well, the magic of the FA Cup.
Well, that is the magic of the FA Cup.
Let's play in awful fields because that works for everybody.
That is the magic of the FA Cup because they can do it. What do you think they're going to do? If the groundsman could have done it, he would have let the grass go to 5 inches long and plough it up.
What's the worst pitch you played on? York City, was it?
York City, Bristol Rovers with the snow.
You lost, yeah, against York City?
York, we lost.
When you were playing for Arsenal?
Yes. Yeah. It was just a one-off.
Well, you still lost.
We lost. Badly.
Now, what should not be used is the whole idea of, well, we used to play in bad fields back in my day. Imagine what those fields were like. Oh, goodness. So that means that now we all should play in cow pastures.
That's it. Then they'll bring up the ball.
Yeah.
Much heavier.
Yeah,
This
it's all factual, though. It's true. And the boots.
Who could be Barca's next number 9? Not Boateng.
What? What happened there, by the way?
He was through one-on-one and, oh my goodness.
Oh, man. Yeah, that was good.
I looked at the team today. I couldn't believe that he's getting a game. I couldn't believe it.
Well, one eye on Champions League, I suppose.
It looked like you out there.
Oh, come on. Let's not insult him too badly.
But we were talking about it as we were watching the games. Like, he's coming out to train with Barcelona. It's like, what am I doing here?
So who would you get? Nicardi? Who could be around?
Well, you don't want any of these.
No? Who would you get?
I would. Well,
and the reason you don't want Icardi is because of this mess that he's
the circus.
Yeah, and
the way that they play, Firmino. I know I'll upset all the Liverpool fans.
Oh, really?
Look, I mean, look at what he does. Look at the link-up stuff.
Coutinho's not worked out well, though, has he? He's been terrible.
He's a different player.
Oh, that's true.
Totally different player. Yeah. I mean, Firmino, for me, does it all. He's tremendous.
Harry Kane.
Oh, Spurs fans love you.
Oh.
Before we go on, I mentioned at the end of the show regarding what you're doing in England. Just tell us a little more detail, Paul, because this is...
Well, unfortunately, one of the greatest players that England ever produced, a guy called Kevin Beattie, who I had the fortune of playing with for 8 years, he died. And unfortunately, his wife's not got much money. She's disabled. Kids are struggling a little bit. So in the age of these multi-million-dollar players, Kevin should have been one of those.
Right.
Just to give you, for instance, at 17, he was playing left back for England, and he was playing central defence for us at 17, regular.
Yeah.
You know, that's the type of player he was. Pace, power, unbelievable left foot. Have a look at him on YouTube. Just a light side, upstairs, downstairs, you name it. He was fantastic. So, a few of the Ipswich lads, all the old boys, we're having some functions, and we're going to try and raise as much money as we possibly can for it.
And we can follow that on Twitter, yeah? You're tweeting auctions and things like that, and how people can contribute, so be sure to do that. Yeah. And Instagram as well.
Well done, Paul Mayer.
Here's another little tale. During the week, because United were flying, right?
Yes.
And Viv Anderson, a very, very good friend of mine, I called Viv up. I said, Viv, can you get me a United shirt?
Right.
He said, leave it with me, I'll call you back. So I'm thinking, maybe a day or two. He called me back 10 minutes later. He called Mickey Phelan, who's the assistant to Solskjaer, who was Sir Alex's assistant. Already done and dusted. Don't worry about it. It'll be in the mail tonight.
Fantastic.
It is, though.
Well, perfect. And people can bid on that, and obviously the money then will go to BT's fund.
You know, what it does, sometimes we say, you know, these players are so distant now and you can't get in touch with people. It just shows you that there's still, you know, a little bit of a heartbeat in football.
Good on you, Maris. Good stuff, mate. Right.
Well done, Paul Mariner.
Sancho is...
done?
Sancho, Lukaku and cash swap. Good deal for both United and Dortmund. Jadon Sancho going then to United, Lukaku and cash swap.
Do they need Sancho? Well, they've got Lingard, they've got Rashford, they've got Martial. I mean, that's
Not a priority, is it?
Not really, no. I mean, look. The thing, I'm not a fan of players who play. Oh, he can play the 9 role, he can play the 11 or that 7. All that rubbish.
You want out and out?
They're few and far between those players. I love Rashford in the 9. I think he's fantastic. I don't think they need him, Dan. I think he looks as though he's a good player, but it was noticeable how they snuffed him out, how Tottenham snuffed him out in that second half. So he's got a lot to learn. But he's still going to be a good player.
Right then.
Anthony Martial just got a new deal, didn't he?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yes, he did.
Marcus Rashford's not going anywhere.
No, he's just got a new deal, didn't he?
And Jesse Lingard is not going anywhere. And so,
No.
if you're Sancho, do you want a piece of that? Is stay where you are right now.
Final question. You're going to have to think about this.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Thinking, huh?
If you could change one rule in soccer, what would it be?
Wow.
Shall I go forward with one of my suggestions?
Yes.
First? Yeah. Substitution is just walk off the pitch. You don't have to come off at the halfway line. It's just a needless, time-wasting faff.
Right.
Get off.
On a similar line, you know, in the rugby, you know,
Yes.
when somebody goes down, the head split wide open, the trainers come on.
Yeah, they don't need the...
You don't need the waving on and all
Get
that.
on straight away.
Just get him on,
Yes.
get it fixed,
Yeah.
play on.
Also like the rugby, I'd like with VAR, mic up the refs so we can all hear what they're discussing.
Yeah, very good. No, that is good, actually.
Hey, see that one I like.
Yeah.
Because we all need to be a part of it.
Yeah, and I think that's...
And then we lose this whole idea of conspiracies
what
out
is beyond there.
Yeah.
as to what's going on in the world and why Real Madrid gets breaks or not breaks and all these things.
Did anyone else hear that? Or was that just in my ear?
That was
No,
good.
it's my ear as well.
That was another suggestion.
Wait, our producer said pretend it didn't happen.
Oh, okay.
What noise?
What noise?
That's it.
I thought somebody was talking to me from
Have a
the
good
beyond.
Have a great trip to England, Paul. Be
Thank you,
sure to
Danny.
check out Paul's
Thank you.
Twitter, Instagram, and details how you can contribute. Meanwhile, we'll of course be here throughout the week reflecting on what's happening in the Champions League.